And he says, I'll never forget this. He says, because her daughter, Kaylee Anthony, is my niece. And I said, bull. At which point he takes out his phone, sadly hits a couple buttons, and he shows me a picture of him holding little Kaylee Anthony in happier times, of course. And he says, see, you son of a bitch. And I said, no, man, I believe you. I just mean she was your niece. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great night. Thank you so much. Because I'm so funny. Like a couple of nights ago, we go to a party, right? We get trashed, completely wasted. We wake up in bed the next morning, completely hungover. And I know I should just keep my mouth shut. But instead, I roll over and I say, listen, baby, don't get mad. But I think your mom tried to have sex with me last night. And she hit the roof. She goes, Anthony, that's impossible. And I said, oh, well, in that case, you should always wear makeup. I love that joke so much. Here's why. Did you guys hear, like, the sounds you made? Like, that was the worst thing I've said tonight? I've told 3 rape jokes. I like to play pranks on my girlfriend, you know, keep things fresh for me, make me laugh, you know. She hates it. But, like, the other night, I put saran wrap over the toilet seat, you know? Which doesn't sound that original. But she's bulimic. I like that you laugh until I look at you and then you stop laughing. Because you don't want to give me the satisfaction. My mother's death when I was a kid. My grandmother died from a heart attack during my 9th birthday party. Literally while she was eating cake. And I guess that must have screwed me up a little bit, you know. I mean, I still have birthday parties, but now I'm just careful what I wish for. I'm sure my dad had his problems, you know, he had his issues. My dad was a big-time alcoholic, major league alcoholic, blackout every night kind of alcoholic. But to his credit, my dad never once laid a finger on either me or my mom, not once. And I don't know if it was just because he loved us so much or if he just hated my sisters. But either way, he was a great dad. I remember a tough time for me. I was like 10 years old. My parents call me into their bedroom. They say, Anthony, we want to get a divorce. You have to decide which one of us you want to live with. And I was a 10-year-old kid. I didn't know any better. I just said, Dad, I want to live with Dad. You know, it was heartbreaking. My mom just looked at the floor and said, well, whatever you want, Anthony. And my dad just said, I don't want a divorce anymore. And maybe the most uncomfortable moment of my life was when my dad gave me the sex talk. Oh, God. The old man was into some really crazy But then maybe the greatest moment of my life ever, I think this is like a universal thing for guys. I'm 12 years old. I'm sneaking around my house. And I found my dad's porn in the back of the attic. That was a great day. Better chance of getting struck by lightning than me doing you a favor. Now you guys have been a great crowd tonight. You've gone with me everywhere I've wanted you to go. But you've just been sitting there this whole time thinking, Anthony, this is all well and good. But where are your offensive jokes? Where are your showstoppers, if you will? Well, guys, I saved those for the end. I'm going to tell you all a series of jokes right now that are going to get increasingly more offensive. I like that enthusiasm. Let's see how far it carries. They say it's easy. They say it's easy to make fun of retarded people. But let me tell you guys something, it is not. You have really got to explain it to them. That was the first one. Every night my girlfriend comes home from work and she brings with her a houseplant. She's like, Anthony, I had to pick this up. We need a houseplant in our apartment. And every night I make her return it. I say, no way, baby. You can't take care of a houseplant. You couldn't even keep your baby alive. Two for two, huh?
Anthony Jeselnik.
Anthony
Jeselnik.
Jeselnick. Anthony Jeselnik.
Anthony Jeselnik.
Anthony Jeselnik.
Anthony Jeselnik.
Anthony Jeselnik. Anthony Jeselnik.
Anthony Jeselnik.
I know, right? Thank you, guys. So great to be here in Chicago. I really do love this town. I actually once went on a date with a girl from Chicago. This was like 10 years ago, you know, back before I was even a comedian yet. You know, back then, I was just a regular old piece of shit like you guys. But I'll never forget this date, you know. We meet up at a bar, we start drinking, we start talking, we're laughing together, we're connecting. It was great. But then we leave the bar. We go back to her place. And as soon as we walk in the front door, she passes out cold on her couch. Now, I went to college. I knew I had a million options. But I'm a gentleman, so I did the smart thing. I just got a blanket, I tucked her in, and I left her a note. No, that's a fact. That's a fact. Like about a month ago, some kids in my neighborhood were playing hide and go seek, and one of them ended up in an abandoned refrigerator. It's all anybody talked about for weeks. I said, who cares? How many kids you know get to die a winner? I assume you guys all knew who you were coming to see tonight. But if you didn't, you sure know now. Like one thing I've never understood is like the foot fetish. Like, are you guys together right here? Yeah? How long you guys been together? 5 years. Wow. Do you ever suck on her feet? No? Would you if you had a different girlfriend? Or are you like across the board, no feet? You don't really mind it, you just don't do it to her because you have mistresses. I get it. Because I'm across the board, no feet. I once went on a date with a girl where we went hiking. Her idea. And while we're hiking, she gets bit by a snake.